Welcome everyone. Today, we're going to look behind the scenes of one of the world's largest car makers. Imagine you want to bake your absolute favorite cake. If you just guess the ingredients and change the baking time every single time you make it, the results will be completely unpredictable. Sometimes it will be good, and sometimes it will be a disaster. In the automotive industry, a disaster is simply not an option because we are talking about people's safety. That is exactly why the Volkswagen Group created something called Formel Q. Simply put, Formel Q is the ultimate master recipe, or the strict rulebook, that ensures every single car part is safe, reliable, and perfectly made. Today, we will explore how this rulebook guarantees that quality is never an accident, but a carefully planned result. So, why do we need such a strict recipe? Well, imagine having 1,000 different bakeries around the world trying to make the exact same cake without a shared recipe. Every baker would do things their own way. Some would use more sugar. Others might bake it longer. Quality would become a complete lottery. A single car has thousands of parts made by hundreds of different suppliers. If everyone just did their own thing, it would be chaos. Formel Q eliminates this lottery. It gives every single supplier the exact same instructions, the same steps, and the same standards. Whether a car part is made in Germany, Mexico, or anywhere else in the world, it must be completely perfect, with no exceptions. Formel Q is Volkswagen's shared recipe to make sure every supplier bakes the exact same perfect cake. But before anyone can start baking, they have to pass the kitchen test. Volkswagen does not just let anyone touch the dough. Before a supplier is allowed to make a single part, they must prove that their factory, their kitchen, is entirely safe, highly organized, and fully ready. This means having a clean kitchen first. You must also have the right tools. The proper equipment, computer systems, and secure access must be firmly in place. Furthermore, trust and rules come first. There are strict legal and cybersecurity checks that happen before anything else. To confirm all of this, Volkswagen conducts a formal inspection called a potential analysis. Think of it as a strict health and safety inspector checking your kitchen to guarantee you are truly ready to cook. You have to earn your spot before you can start. Now that the kitchen is approved, it is time to start baking. But before a brand new cake recipe is sent to every bakery in a global chain, the head chef always takes one careful taste. If that first slice is not absolutely perfect, it never leaves the kitchen. In the world of Formel Q, this is our prototype phase. Every new part design goes through incredibly careful checks and testing. It is exactly like tasting that very first cake before it gets officially approved. Only after a part passes every single test does the design get the green light to be manufactured thousands of times. Why are we so strict? Because one small flaw in a single prototype is easy to fix. But that exact same flaw duplicated in 10,000 car parts? That would be a complete disaster. Once the master recipe is approved, the real challenge begins. Doing it perfectly, over and over again. Imagine baking 1,000 cakes. They all need to taste exactly the same. Formel Q ensures this by demanding the same steps every single time. Every car part must follow the exact same process without any variations or shortcuts. Just like an oven needs a fixed, steady temperature to bake a cake properly, every condition in the production line must stay completely controlled. The ultimate goal here is identical quality, always. Whether we are looking at part number 1 or part number 1 million, they are built to the exact same high standard. The golden rule of this stage is very simple. If the recipe never changes and the oven temperature never changes, then the final result will never change either. So, how do we monitor the process while thousands of parts are being made? Formel Q uses a system that is incredibly easy to understand. The kitchen traffic lights. This system tells suppliers exactly what to do based on their current quality levels. When the light is green, it means keep going. Everything is perfect and the cake is baking beautifully. If the light turns yellow, it is a warning to slow down and check. It means something seems slightly off. So you need to taste the batter and fix the process right now before a bad cake is baked. Finally, there is the red light. This means stop everything. A serious problem has been found, and absolutely nothing leaves the kitchen until the issue is completely resolved. This simple traffic light system prevents small mistakes from becoming massive problems. To wrap up our journey today, let's look at the bigger picture. We have reached our final point, a promise of safety and trust. At the end of the day, Formel Q is much more than just a strict manufacturing rulebook or a set of instructions. It is a deeply held commitment to every single driver, to every family, and to every journey they take. It guarantees that there are absolutely no shortcuts and no hidden problems in the kitchen. It ensures that every single part is tested, every single time, without exception. This relentless dedication is exactly what builds a brand that millions of people around the world can trust with their lives. So, the next time you drive or ride in a Volkswagen, remember this. It is built to perfection because someone somewhere carefully followed the ultimate master recipe.